Hello my friends and welcome to my video reviewing the T14 ThinkPad laptop. This is the AMD version with the Ryzen Pro 4750U processor. It's an amazing little piece of tech which is actually super nice. So over here I have Acronis True Image 2020 up. So this is probably one of the last things I did on this laptop before, before I opened it. So that's really nice. This is what I really like about the laptop, is you just open it up from sleep, touch over here, and it should open up. Maybe I gotta press this guy first. So I think that's fantastic. So why did I get this laptop? Well, I would say this laptop is incredibly built. And I'm also going to tell you why I'm returning this one specifically. So when I was on the phone with them, I was actually am returning it because the screen I got the most expensive version, which is the touchscreen 500 nits with the privacy guard. But the challenge with the privacy guard is this. See this function D? So for you guys over here looking at the camera, you see it at the correct angle. But now you start looking at it at the wrong angles. This is with the privacy guard on, right? You turn the privacy guard off, and I guess you could see the angles much better, but you still see these kind of like glossy, dark areas that I just can't appreciate, because that's one of the reasons I got this laptop, is I want to be able to do Photoshop. With the 8 cores and 16 threads, right? We got, look at the performance. So right now it's doing at 1.39 gigahertz. And you see 8 cores, 16 threads. Memory, I bought it. It has soldered memory. So I'm going to explain to you each step of when you're buying this one, probably the best one to get. So I got myself the 16 gigabytes of soldered memory, which was a $150 upgrade, but when it's on sale, it's sometimes like 50% discount. So I upgraded from the base model's 8 gigs to 16 gigs, the soldered side. And then what they do is they actually leave a little place to actually insert your own memory and to be able to upgrade. So I have another 16 gig kit I input into here. And I use the Acronis True Image 2020. There's also a 2021 version. And with this software, it allows you to clone your 128 gig drive that you just buy it at the base model. So you just have that. You buy an NVMe enclosure and buy, let's say, a terabyte or 2 terabytes. I bought myself a Samsung 2 terabyte drive. In regards to read speeds and write speeds, I would say it's the NVMe performance is not the highest. Let's see, Crystal, Disk Mark. All right, we click this. So right now we're running Crystal Disk Mark to check this out. And now let's see, with the Windows Priority Manager, let's get that Task Manager on. So this is why I like this laptop, is being able to do this. You see this read speed? It's not to the highest advertised spec that it could do. It could actually do, this NVMe drive should be able to do up to 2.5, 3 gigabytes a second. But still, that's not really bad. And 1800 back and forth. So what maybe you don't have to even get the Samsung. You could get a drive that does 2 gigabytes a second. But I don't know, maybe that would be even lower because of that. but the reading performance is really good. And you guys might not notice it because this is with the iPhone 11 Pro, and you guys are actually looking at the thing from the correct angle. But while I'm filming this video, this is kind of like the darkness that I see. So a privacy guard is kind of cool, so that people can't actually see what you're actually up to while doing it. What I also like about it is that it's incredibly quiet, you know? There's nothing to hear. There's one single fan over on this side, and it's cooling probably the world's most energy efficient chip. So we're almost done with that benchmark. Almost done. Okay, you don't like it? Okay. Oh, comment. I don't want to comment. Oh. Anyways, the keyboard, I like the keyboard. It feels nice to type on. These function keys, they work without actually having to press function in that key. What you could do if you want to do, let's say, use the key, you would actually have to press function to be able to use the F1 through F12 keys. But most people don't even use those keys, so I like them being for the functionality. So this is the brightest screen setting, and this is supposed to be 500 nits screen. But I would say this, you see this glariness? It's anti-reflection coating, plus I still think the privacy filter stuff left a lot to be desired. The touchscreen definitely necessary. So there's a version with a touchscreen that's 300 nits. So I am returning this laptop because the screen is not working for me. I thought I was getting something different. And also what I thought I was getting something different was, you see on the back here, you have a SIM card slot. So what I thought you could do with the laptop right out of the box is that insert a data SIM card and to be able to have internet through LTE connection. But no, that's not exactly how it works. When you upgrade to the IR camera plus 720p, also this is kind of cool. You could actually do a privacy shutter on your camera. See, this guy moves back and forth. And I guess the infrared camera might be for Windows Hello or something. So there's a lot of cool ways actually to log in. You can actually log in with this. You could do a Windows Hello with the face recognition of Windows. And I just like the boot up time. This is the kind of laptop, it's like, okay, I thought up of a new idea, right? You just open it up, bang, and hopefully it does that. Opens up, bang. That's pretty quick. You understand? So you get the idea. That's why it's a ThinkPad. And one of the reasons also I got this laptop was the port selection. Look at this. All right. So the first port over there is for the charging, right? So it comes with a 65-watt power brick. But the beauty of this one is because it's USB-C. So think about it like this. How many times do we have laptops with proprietary connectors where it's some like little circle, you lose the charger, then you can't charge up your laptop? With this guy, I could take a 65-watt USB-C power brick or just a power brick with USB port, and it has a USB-A, the standard one, to this one. You could actually charge this guy up. You could technically charge this guy up from anything as long as you have the right cable. This, I think, is an additional USB-C port. These are not Thunderbolt 3, which would be really cool. Right now, Intel is the only one with the Thunderbolt, which would have been really nice because you could actually do expansion into additional things. But look, for a presentation, this is fantastic. This frees you. You know, 65-watt power brick, so I could use the iPad Pro maybe, power brick. I don't know. And that might be a little underwatted because I think it's like 35 maybe. 28 maybe. So looking at this, you got nice USB ports, a real USB port. This is where Macs really screwed up. Back in the day, they used to have things like ports and connections, especially the ones that had the Pro model to them. So you have the full-size USB. You have an HDMI to plug in the thing. You have headphone jack. Wow, a headphone jack. You know, these guys are trying to dodo bird the headphone jack. But that's the most convenient headphone jack. Think about it. If we still had headphone jacks on many more phones, like we could just use our headphones, like one set of headphones for everything. Oh, SD card reader. This is nice. So you always have a little SD card you could always plug in, you know. And so imagine like a thumb drive, but that doesn't take up space. So less than the size of a postage stamp. So do we see the crystal disc mark? So these are the crystal disc mark scores. I did not do the other score because I just, you know, haven't had the time. The Cinebench R15 or R20. So right now we're running off battery. So what you will notice that if you do plug in the battery charger, you will find that the screen gets a little bit brighter, but that's kind of nice. So another thing, make sure under the keyboard upgrades, you get the backlit keyboard. In the dark, you can't see this, and it's really annoying. This is where the gaming guys definitely got it right. So you need the backlit one. It's not an automatic option. When I was ordering this one, I was watching somebody else's video review, and they got the backlit keyboard, and for some reason, I didn't think that was an option that I should pick. Excuse me. So anyways, these keys are pretty cool. Got the sprint screen button. You got this thing. I don't understand the nipple really too much, but I guess you touch this nipple. It's pretty flat actually. It's not raised up, so it's nothing that we should be concerned about. And I guess that moves around the mouse a little bit. I'm not even sure. Oh, that's kind of cool. Oh, yeah, I like the idea of the touch screen. This is nice. You know, browsing pages. You know, sometimes you have your little menu prompt. You just want to close it down. I really like that it's responsive. You know, you see it jump. I've seen this guy jump up to about 4 gigahertz before, but it stays around like 1.40 gigahertz, and it sips power really nicely. Let's click this power guy. 2 hours 57 minutes. I guess maybe if we lower this guy. Okay. 5 hours. It says 5 hours 59 minutes, but I think it's lying. I think it lasts a lot longer than that. You see over here, there's this little screen connecting, and I think it's also over here. What is this? I'm not even sure. Okay. There's another button. Wait, what does this guy do? Oh, that's airplane mode? Oh, okay. Nice. Okay. What does this guy do? This guy brings up, I guess, this menu thing. That's cool. Telephone. Lenovo Vantage. I don't know what that means, but... So, this is my review of it. I love the laptop's format, what it specifically offers for somebody that works a lot with the thing. Oh, this is kind of cool too. I think you can scroll from here. So what this laptop offers is connectivity. There is a card you could buy for it. When I was ordering this one, I didn't know this. But, you know, see this SIM card slot? By the way, when you're taking this guy apart, there's literally 6 screws, and they use the standard screwdriver. So this laptop was definitely designed to be able to be user upgradable and to be opened up very easily. And if you use Acronis True Image, you could clone this drive, get a bigger, so you use that in conjunction with a USB enclosure for NVMe drives. The company called SABRENT makes those. So what I did was I took my Samsung 2 terabyte, plugged it into the a SABRENT USB drive, so USB, enclosure. Plugged in the enclosure into the USB port here. I formatted it by searching for disk management or disk creation. Basically, you create disks. I had to activate it, and because when the drive comes, it comes unformatted. So, basically, put the USB enclosure. It shows up a USB as a USB drive. I have to create doing disk management. Search in the little search box in the Windows, disk management, and you could activate this drive. It says before use it has to be activated. It has to be activated. Then you click. You create right click, create simple volume. You create the simple volume for the let's say Samsung drive that's in a SABRENT USB enclosure. Plug it in. Acronis True Image 2020, 2021. There's a little template where you could do clone. So you could do clone from the smaller 128 gigs that it starts with to the bigger one. But you're saving tons of money because for the terabyte, they want like $700. And meanwhile, you could get 2 terabytes, Samsung, the nicest ones, I guess, one of the nicest ones, for like $350. So twice the amount of memory, twice less. So you should be able to upgrade it yourself. Acronis True Image 2020, 2021. That should work. Plug it into that. Then you open up the 6 screws, put it into this. So in the next section of this video, what I'm going to do is I'm going to open up this laptop because I'm sending this back and I had it upgraded. And I'll show you exactly how I upgraded it, and we'll pick up from there. So this is a tear down of the laptop. These are the screws you want to unscrew here. Or here. What's cool about these guys is that they're captive. What does that mean? Is actually they stay inside the cover when you remove it. And also before you remove the cover, what you need to do is you need to pop out the SIM card tray. And I'll continue soon. Yeah, this laptop is getting opened up. Yay, USA. So this is how you actually remove the cover. You instick this kind of tool into here. It's kind of hard to do it with one hand, but you basically get the idea. You go all the way around and this clamshell falls off, and then when you're putting it back on, you kind of snap it back on. You see the clamshell go back on. So this is the inside. So check it out here. Over here is the expansion slot. You could plug in your own memory. That's what I did before. Now I'm taking it back because I'm sending this laptop back. So there's 16 gigs that I ordered it with. It came soldered onto it. Over here we have the Wi-Fi card. It's a Wi-Fi 6 with Bluetooth 5 card, which is really nice. And over here, where's the SIM card slot? Basically put, the SIM card slot is somewhere here, I think. And there is a little port to plug in the LTE wireless 4G chip into over here. So that plugs into this port over here. And then the little antennas connect to it. When I was ordering this one, I didn't know which one to order, but Lenovo has these for like $150. So it's like a little chip you plug in here, you unscrew this, plug it in here, kind of like these other cards are. And so you could actually plug in an LTE card in here and be able to have LTE wireless internet on here too. You see how the antennas are connected? Over here we have the fan with minimal heatsink, and underneath here we have the CPU. So this is the 4750U, which is 8 cores, 16 threads. It goes up to about 4 gigahertz. So this is the memory I got. The Ripjaw is 3200 megahertz. And I mean, it works with this one. So I had the 32 gigs you saw in the last video. And over here, this is where you plug in the drive. It originally actually came with one of these. I'm going to put it back and I'm going to show you exactly how it came in. So this is how you upgrade it. You could put in your own NVMe drive in here, replacing it using Acronis True Image. So this is stock configuration. So the SIM card caddy, I guess, stays over here. Right here. Okay. So that'll be on this side somewhere. Oh, down here. See that? Somewhere here? Yeah, right there. The SIM card goes in here. And then I guess somehow the wire goes from there, from that part to over here. That's how you get the LTE. It's kind of a cool design. The inside is like covered with some sort of maybe copper tape. So that's one of the reasons also I got this laptop, was it's on the AMD 7nm process. So that's the most power efficient. And for me, what's important with the laptop is that it to be quiet and cool. So I think in regards to these, that's what we get. So it is an NVMe. They do give you an NVMe SSD with it. They say on the website PCIe, so we do know it's an NVMe. 50 watt hours. I don't know. I've been seeing advertised things like up to 10 hours, but the Windows one is giving you a different one. So you would have to do like an overnight test with like automatic browsing going on, but I'm not going to do that. I'm just showing you the laptop because I bought it. I bought myself one, and I wanted everybody to, you know, get the best functions and features that they could when they're ordering this model, and, you know, at least learn about the screen, learn about basically everything on this laptop, which is absolutely stunning. So you see, that's cool. These are captive screws. They stay in place. So when you're putting the cover back on, you don't have to worry about losing any screws. So this is very serviceable. This laptop makes it very, very simple to change the battery out in case I need to in the future. So you basically close it up like this and press it down. Clamshell closes up, you see? Clamshell is closed up. And now it's time to put the cover back on to at least screw in the things. So I put the laptop back to stock hard drive and stock amount of memory. And now we're going to do a quick boot up test to see how quickly we get everything loaded up. I never pressed it. Did I press it? So let's lastly do a Cinebench R15 run at stock 16 gigs of soldered RAM, so it's not dual channel. And So 16 gigs. Okay. Let's see. So we're running the Cinebench off battery powered. That's also a different, that might be something to do too. Except, let's run the CPU. I think on the battery is the best test for this laptop. Why? Because if it's a laptop, you might actually want to be moving it around. So this is the stock 128 gigabyte hard drive. And the 16 gigs of single channel soldered memory. So when you're buying this laptop, I recommend the 16 gig backlit keyboard. Get the IR720p configuration so that you actually could get, that's actually pretty decent. Wow. Wow. 1371 in this guy. Running off battery power. Wow. Wow. So this is the run with the stock 128 gig drive. Let's see if it's higher than the Samsung that I did previously. My Samsung definitely outperformed by double of this. You actually can't hear anything. I can't hear anything. Going to read 705. The Unigine Heaven benchmark. It's towards the end. A lot of screen tearing. Maybe I'm supposed to turn on FreeSync. This is with the stock software. Maybe with the Radeon software is going to be better. This part looks good. Oh, that part looks good. Oh, this is probably a sound test too. No, that's pretty decent. I don't know when the benchmark will end. This part is nice. This is what I mean. This is a bad panel for photo editing. Because you see the viewing angles, they kind of suck. So this whole privacy screen, it kills the whole nature of IPS having a nice wide viewing angle. But I don't know. I ordered another one of these laptops today. With the correct screen, 300 nits, but touchscreen. So hopefully that's going to be much better. So we're actually getting 15 frames a second. And this is the quality over here is set to high, I think. What if we tried it in medium? "27 frames a second. So this is what I found very nice. Very responsive, even when playing the video at 4K, right? Check this out. Let's refresh this guy. So the 8-core processor really does make a difference here. So this is the video, I'm loading it. Let's open up the task manager. And you see the AMD Radeon GPU is taking over the processing for it very well. Look at that. You see CPU is at 14, this guy's at 58 because it's decoding the 4K video. So even a 4K video is snappy. Look at that. I am connected to wired Ethernet and no power cables. So for content consumption, I would say this is nice. And look, when I press Control-Shift-Escape, how quickly this comes up. And this is at stock settings too. Possibly when you have dual channel memory, when you have the second memory stick, you have the quicker ability to get this guy to run better. But this guy doesn't even need to run higher than this because the GPU is taking over for him. I mean, look also the responsiveness. Like, I mean, let's see, 4K at 60 frames a second. No, that's smooth. Wow. See, that does ping it to a higher rate. But 4K 60 video, watching it back, playing it back, this video is no slouch. It's right on YouTube. Oh, that's not too good. Was that a little snaggy? No, I think it's having, maybe it might be having a little bit of a slowdown. Yeah, but if you think about the battery power too. So 4K 60 pings this computer's GPU to the max. Now let's see if maybe regular 4K, 1440p. Let's try 1440p 60. Oh, this is nice. But we have to also consider this is a 1080p panel. So sure, if you put the higher quality, you're going to get higher quality, but at 14 inches, how much further does it have to run? So 1440p 60, we're getting pinged at 57. And we're running off battery and single channel and stock hard drive too. So the CPU is definitely no slouch. So this is my conclusion. This is a really good format laptop for those people that like to have connectivity on their computer, that want to be freed. Like this port, for example, the USB-C charging port. That's good. What else is good? The fingerprint reader is good. That's an upgrade. You pay only $20 for it. It's fantastic. Very convenient. the video playback is smooth. Think about with a laptop like this. If you're playing a video game, really, I think you should be playing it on a big screen, like at least a 27-inch, or even a big TV. But if you're watching videos and you want it to play back correctly, look how well this is smooth. 1440p 60 or 4K 30, no problem. The previous video looked really good. Because 4K 60 is really double standard 4K. Let's try this guy. No, but I like this. This is very responsive. Is this guy 4K? No, let's get this guy too. Auto, let's see. Bang. No, this is good. I mean, this 4K video is smooth. So unless you do 4K 60, but then if YouTube gives you a 1440p 60, this laptop handles it well. I don't hear anything. I don't hear anything from the laptop. So standard use, cool and quiet. It's been also sitting on the bed. That's the worst place actually to put laptops in, is on the bed. So yeah, I mean, fantastic laptop. You could upgrade it to have an LTE connection. So this is basically the laptop for me. Why I like that it doesn't have a graphics chip like an NVIDIA chip or something like that is the extra power that it takes. The goal of a device like this is to be carrying around like, oh, you have a notebook. You open it up. Okay, I want to do something. I want to look something up. I want to do something. Bang. You're back to where you were. I mean, that's really nice. It powers on quick. The port selection is great. You could always connect the monitor. So let's say you're doing a project and you want to do a presentation at a school or a lecture. This is fantastic because you have all the ports. Regular USB ports. Mac, you guys really screwed up your computers. I mean, seriously, this is the kind of stuff people want. I don't want to carry around 12 different dongles, which you wind up losing. I want the functionality right in the laptop. So it has the good Wi-Fi 6. It has the Bluetooth 5. It has the, if you install the card, you could get LTE cell phone connection on this guy. And with Google Fi, for like 80 bucks, that's with tax, 70 plus tax, you could get unlimited, which is up to 22 or 30 gigabytes of data a month, LTE. So imagine this, you have a portable powerhouse. You could edit videos like a champ, probably. I haven't exported in this, but otherwise the video is going to get way too long. Perhaps with a better screen it's better. Make sure you get the backlit keyboard, because in the dark this is crap to see. Keyboard feels nice. It feels nice to type on. It doesn't get hot. It doesn't get loud. Battery power should be good. I'm not the professional tester of the battery power, but we've been doing all these different tests. I mean, it says 3 hours and 2 minutes. So it's always estimating based on like the most heaviest task that you're doing at the moment. They said that you could get at what, maybe 10 hours of battery life? But just think about it. This is the way this laptop is designed to be. It's just like, carry it away, do your thing. You want to continue typing your email, nobody could get in, bang. I mean, what more can you ask for? The only thing that sucks is that the next one is going to be made in China again, and because when you could customize it and you get the 4750U processor, the 8-core 16-thread, the no slouch over here, it took me 2 months. I ordered it on August 5th, and it took me until October to get it. All right, my friends, I hope you enjoyed my review video. I hope you pick out the things. There are deals to be had, so go on slickdeals.net and type in T14. If there's sales or links going on, they got them posted. It's a forum, and people share deals there. You know, it's pretty cool. I mean, the performance is nice. I can't say nothing. Content consumption is going to be nice. So better screen. Don't get the privacy guard, the most expensive one. Apparently it's not the best one. So hopefully the next one with the 300 nits instead of 500 nits without the privacy guard, that kind of like makes the color kind of screwed up. I mean, this is not even color. You know? You see the viewing angles? This is like a TN panel viewing angle. So no thank you to that. But quietness, speed, power. I mean, think about it. An APU with 8 cores, 16 threads, that is revolutionary. This is a generation 1 of the computer, and I'm all in on the AMD APU chips, especially the 7nm ones, and maybe the next gen RDNA 2. The power brick is pretty small, you know, and USB-C plug. The benefit of this power plug, though, is that it's very long, probably 8 feet, 10 feet, you know. So that's the convenience. But then you could always charge it with a different USB thing. That frees your device to be a lot more usable everywhere. This is definitely a device to be used for a long period of time. All right, my friends, if you enjoyed the video, give it a nice big thumbs up, share it, push your comments below. Are you thinking of getting this laptop? Are you customizing it right now? What's the best deal that you got for it? I mean, okay, another tip. Get your own hard drive, NVMe Ssd. Obviously, they're better and faster. Acronis True Image 2020, 21. They have an easy template. Get an Nvme SABRENT NVMe USB enclosure that allows you to plug the NVMe drive in there, plug it in there, and then you could upgrade the drive that way. I mean, pretty decent laptop. Pretty decent laptop. Happy I reviewed it. I'm sorry I have to, return it because it's not, working for my photo editing needs. But for those that, really care about their privacy, maybe they might want to sacrifice looking at a really bleak screen. But it's not for me. I think it's overpriced and it's not necessary. But we'll see when I get the next one in, let's say, 2 months. That is probably going to be better with the backlit keyboard. Look, you're going to be wanting to use this thing during the night, watch a video. How are you going to type without a backlit keyboard? The fingerprint reader is definitely a must. What else? Yeah, I'm probably going to even upgrade it, the next one with the wireless chip. Now that I know you're supposed to have a wireless chip to get LTE internet on it. But what other laptop maker actually allows you to have LTE internet on their laptop? Nobody. All right, my friends, I'll talk to you soon. This has been the review of the ThinkPad T14 Lenovo Ryzen 7 Pro 4750U computer. Oh yeah.